So once again, I'm on vacation and I come across an issue, something with which I want my customers and my viewers to be familiar, and that is the halo effect when painting. When you're rolling a wall, it's very important how you finish the top of the wall. If you don't finish it right, you will likely have what's called a halo effect. Let me show you what I'm talking about. What you're looking at above, in the middle of your screen, is what is referred to generally as the halo effect. If you look closely, you will see a differential in appearance, at least in appearance, of this stippled effect, this texture, which we call stipple. We don't actually call it a texture, we call it an effect. This is the effect of using a very coarse roller. A smoother roller would have produced a different effect. That's not an intended texture on this painted wall. It's simply the effect of having used a coarse roller. A very smooth roller, perhaps the lamb's wool roller, would produce a far smoother effect than this. But the point of the video is the halo effect. And the halo effect up close will reveal a lack of stipple. It's a lack of stipple, it's a lack of texture. And therefore, across the room, this will appear to be a different color. It will appear to be lighter. But up close you can see that it's the same color, but just a different texture or stipple. But when you stand in the center of the room far away, you don't see the texture as much, or the lack thereof. What you're generally perceiving is a differential in color. And that's why it's called the halo effect. Let me explain how to avoid this effect. One of the ways I would like to demonstrate the point is to show you this basic wall. If you take a look closely, you will see, forget about the crooked line, forget about that. That's not the point of the video. Do you see the stipple created on the wall from the roller? Okay, this will never happen to you, especially the do-it-yourselfer. Now take a look at the void of texture at the top. Now you tell me, why is there no texture at the very top as opposed to right below it? Well, very simply, because the top was painted with a brush about 3 inches down from the ceiling. And then the person doing the paint with the roller stopped right there. He stopped right there. And very sloppily, I might add. So if you're a do-it-yourselfer, I want you to take your brush and cut your straight line at the very top. And then bring your brush down right about there where they did. But then I want you to take your roller and turn it sideways and roll your paint horizontally as close to the ceiling as you can get your roller. And your eyes need to be right up at the ceiling. You gotta get on a ladder. The guy who did this didn't get on a ladder. And your eyes need to be right where the roller is. And you bring your roller as close as possible to the ceiling. So close it barely avoids touching the ceiling. Then you know you're close enough. Because if you don't, you're gonna have this flatness that's made from your paintbrush. Therefore, you want to roll horizontally right near the ceiling so that you can create the same effect. We're not looking to put texture on the wall with paint. No, no, no. But inevitably, with some rollers, I mean, this doesn't look like the best roller was used here. But any roller, you're going to create a certain quote-unquote footprint from the use of your applicator. Wouldn't you agree? And you want to get it as close to that ceiling line as possible so that you have the same footprint that you leave with your roller all the way up there as you do down here. I hope this tip helps. If it does, let me know in the comments below. This video is created mostly for the do-it-yourselfer who wants to get the best use out of the tools that he or she bought so that they can get the best look. And that's what my videos are made for the do-it-yourselfer who has the desire to do it right but needs a little help. See you on the next one. So I hope the video helped you. Let's recap. The point of the video is not painting a straight line where your wall and ceiling meet. No, although that's something you want to do. But the point of the video was to identify stipple and to avoid it, or to make it universal. When you're painting the top portion of your wall all along the room, you want to make sure that the application of the paint is the same. The only way to do that is to simply use the same applicator that you use below that point and at that point. So avoid just brushing at the top and leaving it there and then bringing your roller up to the brush point. No, you want to use the brush simply to cut your straight line against the ceiling. And then bring your paint down with your brush as many inches as you want. And then while the paint is wet, right below the ceiling line, while it's wet, you take your roller and you roll horizontally. I don't care if you get a little paint on the ceiling, touch up your ceiling. It's worth it to get right up close, like my hand is at the top of your video, okay? And roll horizontally. And then from the floor, use as long of a pole as you need. Simply go up and down with the roller as close to the ceiling as you can get. And thereby, you will be uniting the effect of the footprint of your roller vertically with the footprint of the roller that you left horizontally. And you will reduce the halo effect. I hope the video helped. Let me know in the comments section what you think. Tell me how you do it. Thanks for watching.